Hi, Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK, and I'm bringing you a card project today. I've been sharing card projects using retired paper on my blog, and now I'm recreating them in current paper. So I made this card using, I just love this paper, and it was from a Christmas pack last year. I've just stroked it for a year and not actually cut into it because I just love it. So I decided that enough was enough and get it made into a card. So this is the card that I made. I've made it go in tenfold for a change. So I'm going to recreate this using Magnolia Lane paper, and it's the first time I've actually cut into Magnolia Lane. Shock horror. So I'm going to do this one for the background. So I've got some old Mossy Meadow. So usual C6 card base. Got some Whisper White matte for there, Whisper White matte for the front, and then my usual second size matte for the DSP. So you get an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. All the measurements will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk, but I have written them down. I've just remembered. So let me get a little bit of paper so I can tell you the measurements. So these are the usual. So these are the important bits. So for the topper bit, this is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, and for the Mossy Meadow matte, it's 2 1/8 by 3 1/8, and then the DSP is 2 by 3. I kind of sized it that way because that's nicely divisible into a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and you get less wastage. And I've done this so that there is a really small border, not as big as that one. And this is just the reverse side of that because the colours would go nicely. And then I've got a strip of vellum here, which is 1 1/2 by 3, and it's been embossed. Can you see? Been embossed with this scripty embossing folder, which I love. Love it. And I'm going to use the triple banner punch, which I didn't get, to flag the end. I recently did a blog challenge card, and it had a card sketch that you had to follow, and it had a little flag bit. So I did a 6-inch strip of this, and I liked it so much, so I've saved it for this card. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some leaves and some dimensional. So I'm going to work on the top a bit, and we'll do that in a sec. So I'm just going to stick all these bits and pieces together. I've seen loads and loads of projects using the Magnolia Lane paper, and mine was just like sitting there like a dog going, please use me. And now I have. I was just so many projects to do using different things that there's only so many hours in the day, and I have been on a very long holiday, so I have been doing so much crafting in the last week. I haven't got over jet lag. I was finally able to do things. So I've got loads and loads sort of prepped, ready to go. And what I'm going to do with this before I stick it on is I'm going to use some of this linen thread. So this is the duo pack that you get. So I thought this would look nice, sort of wrapped round. So I'm going to get glue dot. I don't want to come off. There's a surprise. Wasn't really big enough, was it? So I'm going to stick this in the middle on the back, and I'm going to wrap this around. I used the sort of linen twine on the other one. But I'm just using this thread on this one. I can't see my scissors. Oh, there they are. They're big enough, aren't they? So just wrap it round twice. I ain't got much of it because this was just a little bit I got from on stage. So I'm gonna put a bit of glue underneath where the sentiment and everything's going to go, but I don't know where that's going to be for just now. So I'm going to stamp out the sentiment and the leaves. So I need a scrap of Whisper White, and I need my Old Olive ink, and gonna stamp the happy birthday, and I'm going to use my stitch rectangles to cut it out. So I used this small long one because that fits beautifully in there. Oh, and the stamp set is Itsy Bitsy Birthdays. So it's the happy birthday from the Itsy Bitsy Birthdays. That was another freebie, I think, from On Stage, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I didn't buy it. I remember that. I like going through my stamp sets and going, nah, didn't buy that, that was free. Didn't buy that, that was free. Anyway, to make it quicker, I've already done that one. I cut it out already to make it quicker. And then we need the leaves. Now, I'm using the leaf punch, the leaf stamp from Painted Harvest. Oops. From the Painted Harvest. I'm just going to use that one. I did experiment with different things. So I did it when I embossed it with white embossing powder, so that it kind of reflected what you got in the paper. And then I did it both stamps on Whisper White, and then I did it I did do one that was, yeah, sort of Mossy Meadow. I felt that was too dark, and then I did it in Versamark, and I've decided to go for the Versamark one. I think that is a better effect. Let me just show you and see. What do you think? Not that you can tell me. I'm just going to go with what I want. So that is that one. That's the one with the white embossing. So it kind of matches that. And that's the one like that. So it's kind of the opposite to what's there. But I'm going with that one. So I've done one, I want three. So I'm going to do two more. So sometimes I like tone on tone, but sometimes, as in this case, it was just a little bit too dark. Whereas if you do a Versamark one, it's quite subtle. Okay, oh, where are you? It's quite subtle, so I like that. So I've got another little scrap. You could put clear embossing powder on that and emboss it, but I ain't gonna. So, oh, do you know, suddenly my hands didn't work then. So we're just gonna punch them out. Versamark does take a little bit longer to dry because it's like a pigment ink, and that's why it works really well with embossing powders, because the embossing powders stick to it because it's slow drying. If it was drying instantly, it would dry too quickly and you wouldn't have anything wet for your powders to stick to. So whilst I'm waiting for that, I'll stick these together. Oh, jazz. I did this on a film the other day. My sentiment went on slightly squiff because I was determined to do a quick video. And I went too fast and did it a bit squiff. But I don't mind too much about having something off because it is a handmade card after all, so it is going to have a bit of imperfections. Beautiful paper. I love it's got like a texture on the back. Really like that. Could of course stamp if I had the Magnolia Lane stamp set, I'd probably stamp with the Magnolia on the inside, but I don't have it. So yes, so I can't do that. Oh, did I stick these? Don't actually remember. Gosh. So I need to work out where this is going to have these things on, so I know where to put the glue behind the vellum, because I don't want to see it really. Now my hands are sticky. So I was going to put 2 on this side and 1 over here. So I can go across that middle there. I'll put a little bit on the back of the thread there that you won't be able to see. Now on the original card I stuck this flat down and raised the sentiment, and I think I'm going to do that again. I don't like having 2-dimensional standy uppy because then you have to put it in a large letter post, so it costs more. If I know I'm not posting, then I don't care, I can go to town. But there we go. And you can curl these leaves a tad, which I think I might do. Curl this one. I do like the effect of vellum over it. It kind of, you can still see the pattern, but it's slightly muted, and I love this embossing folder. And this is a bit like, you see where I stamped in the Mossy Meadow on that. 2 sides to cardstock for a reason. So that's going to go across there. So I'm going to put that one going up there, I think. And then we just put some dimensionals on the back of this. I might use one of that long bit. And that's my quick card. Hopefully it's quick. Trying to get under 15. And I haven't quite managed it, but I might speed up some of my gluing in the edit, and then it will be. So there we have it. That's my first Magnolia Lane card. So that's the one I did in the retired paper, and there we have it in up-to-date paper. Hope you like it. All the details and the measurements will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk. I'm considering doing both inches and centimetres. I wonder if people would like that. It is actually a little bit of extra work and maths in my brain, but if people want that, then that is something I'm thinking about doing. Okay, so let me know, please. That up there will take you to the blog post with the measurements. That's some more videos. That's like and subscribe. That's my blog address. Link to my shop down below if you want anything. And if you want a copy of the new Autumn Winter catalogue, then do let me know. Okay, bye for now.